Joanna, we're talking about women in the workplace, and some of the women on the series so far have talked about maybe the pressure as a woman in the workplace of other people's expectations on them. For you in the TV industry, it's actually for you, it's the expectation that you put on yourself within the industry. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, so it's obviously very different from sort of going into an office and working 9 to 5, because I don't have a workplace that I go to often. Often I'm just at home. So I've kind of got to set my own time, my own goals. I don't have targets to meet that anyone else gives me. I have to kind of find that from within and set myself targets and goals, which can be quite challenging. But also can also be very productive when you do it well. Yeah. But I also find that you have to have a really healthy balance about it, and not giving yourself things that are unrealistic. So you're pushing yourself so that you can be productive with your the time that you've got. And I don't always have oodles of time. I've got to squash things into a short space of time. But not giving myself unrealistic kind of goals. That will just ultimately make me feel bad about myself because I can't achieve them, or feel like, you know, I'm just not doing anything. And I'm actually, because when I'm at home, if I'm not on a job, it's still work.
Yes.
It's still working. We were talking about this earlier, you know, we're submitting for a job, or we're making a self-tape, or we're learning a script or something like that. It's still work. But you have to be quite disciplined about your own time and the pressure that you put on yourself. Applying a little bit of pressure. So I think it's good and it's healthy to have kind of. I'm very much a list person, so I'll write myself a list of things to do and like bash through it. Makes me feel good. Tick things up.
I know there's something about that tick. This makes tick. In fact, if I just highlight it, I've done it as well as the tick.
2 things left on the list. Yeah. But then it's not putting that pressure into. So I think you can become in a dangerous place as well. That could be almost destructive if you try and tell yourself that you can do things that just aren't realistic, and apply kind of pressure that actually crushes you.
Yeah, because that's what I want to ask you. Like, are you hard on yourself? You know, because you're balancing a lot of plates in your life, so to speak. Are you hard on yourself? Say you set out of a morning with the intention. No, because you're effectively you're put my teeth back in. Sorry. You're your own boss.
Yeah.
So you can start out with that checklist, and this is even talking from my own experience when I used to be self-employed. That this is how today is going to go. You know, I'm going to rejoice in today. Here we go. And you have your list, and then it gets to the end of the day. And whether it's through procrastination or social media, rabbit warren, or the fact you're a mum, or whatever it is, you don't get those things ticked off the list. How do you react in that point?
I think if they're things that need to be done, or they have a knock-on effect, and so you can almost get frustrated with yourself. But then sometimes you just can't help what happens. Something else will come up, or another priority will come in, or...
But you're okay with that? Like,
somebody will be sick. Yeah, I mean, you have to, because you have to be.
Wow.
Because if you're not, you will drive yourself crazy. Yeah. And I think that's an open door to having mental health issues. Because you have to be, we've sort of talked about a lot, is being kind to yourself. Because if there is nothing, you do all that you can do, and that's kind of one of the things that I've really had to adopt is, do all that you can do, and know that you've done your absolute best to achieve what you set out to do. And if you don't achieve it, it's okay, because you've done everything you could do. You weren't, if I'm not diligent with my time, then that's another story.
Right.
But if I know that I've done everything I could to try and achieve what I'd set out to do, and even if I do all those things and I don't succeed, so I maybe working on getting something together for a job and I don't get the job, it's okay, because I did everything I could.
Right.
If I slack, And so I am a bit hard on myself because
Yes.
I need to put a bit of pressure on.
Yes, but you're driven, and that's good. That's healthy,
Yeah.
right?
But if I know that if I've slacked off and I haven't given it my all, and then I don't get the job, then I'm going to feel bad. So I have to just make sure that I do. And if something gets in the way, something gets in the way, and that's okay.
I mean, you've been in the industry now for 15 years.
Yeah.
So you haven't just arrived. It's like you're so wise. You're so wise with it all. I mean, has it been a journey, or have you always just been like that when it comes to?
It's definitely been a journey.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually think that having children has really helped.
Okay.
Because it helps to put perspective in place. My time has massively shrunk.
Yeah.
And so I had oodles of time, but filled it.
Yeah.
But now, like, loads of my time, probably 70% of my time has gone.
Wow.
Because that has to go to my children, and they are priority. So they're up early, yay. And so, I actually have to be more productive than I've ever been before.
Right.
Because I only have a certain amount of time now to get things done. And also I'm looking at these little children and going, what am I going to show you about who are you going to be proud of? Who do I want you to kind of be like? I have to be kind of driven and get out there and do my best. And even if it was, like, sometimes I'm just content with my workplace being, okay, this day I'm just going to be a great mum today.
Yeah.
that can be my work. And so other days I'm like, no, I've got this job that I need to do, and I'm going to go do it really well, and so that my kids have got something to look up to as well. So they've really, I think, helped me to focus in, to hone in, to be purposeful. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you. Next time on the 7 series.
Because I don't have a boss and I have no one to refer to or to sort of give my deadlines to, I am my own boss. I've let the pressure go a little bit. So there's times when I have to constantly motivate myself, and I just sort of wonder a bit, and maybe I would be like, I'll start work at 11 and then I'll finish later, but that's not great because you're not creating a rhythm.